I took a nap in the afternoon after doing a quick logo edit because I feel like I need to fight some germs, and wow, he came home hacking up a lung. Good morning, everyone. I don't even know what I look like. And I was just out there talking to parents at the bus stop. Hey, buddy. Hi. All right, so got up on time. Took 5 extra minutes to go pee. Woo, luxury. So, already running a little behind, but I opened the door to the bathroom while I was doing my final things since I don't actually have to be stealthy and dark. Nobody was in the room, and Sebastian comes in and he gives me these sweet little notes that he had made, and I was like, oh, when did you do that? And apparently he had trouble sleeping because of his cough and snot, and got up in the middle of the night and made them at his desk upstairs. Poor thing, I hope he got enough sleep. He was desperate to go to school. Like, he was gonna cry at the thought of not. So he is armed with tissues, water. He has like a little face balm that helps your skin around your nose when it's sensitive, and a mask. I said, you're coughing, so you need to wear a mask. He has sanitizer around his neck, an extra mask, and I need to throw this one away. An extra mask in his bag. He asked to wear an N95, but he said it was too scratchy on his poor nose, so, but he did put it on his germs, so we're going to need to throw that one away. Or I can just hang it up, I guess, if he needs to wear it later in a situation that would require an N95. I've been masking moderately in the home. I wore it the whole time I was getting to bed, and whenever I was with him this morning, but I'm sure I'm already fighting it off. But you know, viral load, it adds up, and then your body can't fight anymore, so it helps. But yeah, he is probably in his classroom now, getting ready to go buy breakfast. I'm assuming he'd buy breakfast. He did eat a whole pack of oatmeal, but he generally buys breakfast no matter what, and he could use it. It'll give him another drink, because they don't have like a water filling station that I'm aware of. I need to ask the teacher. And today I was like, you can refill your water bottle at the sink today. Normally we say no, but it's fine. You can do that today. We just want you to stay hydrated. And send him with a note as well to call me if he needs to come home. I don't have a car that I know how to drive. Danny did leave his keys in case of emergency, but the toast is ready for Jackson's sandwich, so I need to pull that out and cool it off. But yeah, I would just walk over and bring the big jogging stroller, even though he sits, and push him home. It's a short walk, but I wouldn't make him do it sick. Anyway, I need to make a lunch and breakfast for Jax and walk the dog, and yeah, see how this day goes. just got Sebastian and coming up to put my slippers back on. I took a nap in the afternoon after doing a quick logo edit because I feel like I need to fight some germs, and wow, he came home hacking up a lung. It says, oh yeah, this person was out sick yesterday, this person was sick in school yesterday. I feel terrible because I sent him, and he says yes, he was coughing this much, and he did get off the bus with no mask on. He lost a mask today, which is fine, but that means it wasn't on his face. And I just feel terrible. In homeschool, I would have kept him home from gym and library classes and everything. Last cold a couple weeks ago, a week and a half ago, I don't know. He had this bad day on a Sunday and was a little better the next day. So at least we have a weekend now, but I feel really bad. And I hope nobody else is going to be suffering. Hello everyone. I've been masking whenever Sebastian's around, so that's why I had him masking down, but I just put him in the shower. Danny actually just walked in the door. It is dark outside, but I mean, I looked out the door and I saw the white car, so it's there. He says it's awesome. I mean, anything would be better on the inside because we have had my car for 5 years and the system is very out of date, so I'm going to be moving up to CarPlay, Apple CarPlay. So I'm excited about that. The stripe looks so weird, so silly, but it'll help me find my car in a parking lot, which I always have to look for the roof box or my license plate. There's the only ways, so there's that. Anyway, Sebastian went to school, as I said, and I was not super into it because he was snotty and starting to cough a little bit. I'm like, you have to wear your mask. He says he mostly did, but he got off the bus not wearing it, so I don't know how much he did. He lost one mask at school, this Star Wars one, but I have more fabric. I told him don't worry about it. I think I sent him with 2 masks or maybe even 3. I don't know, because I knew they would get snotty. Plus he has throwaway ones, but like N95s, but he didn't want to wear those because he said it hurt. Anyway, he came home coughing so much that I was like, oh, I wish I hadn't sent you because probably everybody hates me. He says a lot of kids have been sick. And he didn't drink any of his water he brought to school. Didn't drink water at home. He said anytime he swallowed, it would hurt. So I ordered smoothies, and that was a whole drama. First, we were waiting for the Dasher to go to the store, but she went in the opposite direction and looked like she went to a house, and then she just dropped off like she no longer was going to do it anymore. Bathroom emergency or something. So then it was just sitting there with no Dasher. Our smoothie's probably melting. And DoorDash was like, sorry, we're looking for somebody. It's going to take a while. Finally, somebody got it, and they brought it here, and I go out to get it, and they only have one size of smoothies. There should have been two that were exactly the same. Special sunrise mango citrus one that donates to charity, 2 of those, and then a pomegranate one. And one of the mango ones was half empty. Plus, I upgraded the straw to this edible straw for Sebastian, and that wasn't there, so I had to try and figure out the best way to complain to get money back. So I said like size or quantity was incorrect, and I chose both the straw and the smoothie. So they gave me, I think, half of the price of the straw smoothie combo back. That's the best I could do. You couldn't choose 2 different things where the straw was missing. I paid for that, and then half of the smoothie was missing. So good enough. It's just annoying. But they didn't come till I was cooking dinner because it was getting so late. It took like an hour. But they were still reasonably fine. Sebastian still didn't drink. He chose one of those mango citrus ones. He said it tasted too sour, though Jack says his was very sweet. And he ended up drinking both of those, and I gave him, Sebastian, part of mine, which he still didn't really drink because he's not drinking. I went through this with Jax at this age when he had a cold. I'm like, if you just learn to drink water, you'd get over it so fast. And now he knows, and now he's usually hardly sick, and it goes really fast when it's a cold because he just drinks so much. We're not there with Sebastian yet, but I don't know what else to say. Oh, Jax at school made an appointment with his advisor, as I asked him to. I was like, you have Daddy and I's blessing to take that honors class. We think it'd be good for you, but I do understand you have to move some classes, and you've made friends. So and she had told me one thing, that he would be swapping it with like art and resources advisor class, but apparently she told him it's going to change to a totally different day in his computer science slot. So he's a little bummed about that because in his computer science slot, he has a friend he made and his friend here in the neighborhood that he's had since the whole pandemic. So they won't be in his class anymore, but he's still willing to do it. So that's that. And he does get to keep all his teachers doing that. He doesn't have to switch teachers. So I think she's trying to get it sorted for this coming week. So that's it. He said he told her to go ahead with it, but I don't have to discuss anything else. And yeah, there's that. He walked home with the girl in the neighborhood that he's recently been walking home with sometimes. I guess she's in his history class, so that's awesome that he's making a friend. I messaged him on his walk. I was like, hey, exchange information so you guys can talk on the weekend. But I guess he got derailed in that because she's like, oh, I have an Android, and he was like trying to give her his like email address, but I'm like, you have a phone number with your watch at least, because that has cellular. And he's like, oh, I didn't know. So he needs to do that on Monday, I guess. But I don't know if there's anything else to say. Like, my day was boring. I did some work and mostly tried to take care of myself because last night I really felt like I was catching it, and I even had a little bit of that buzzy feeling in my sinuses when I was walking the dog this morning. So I just had a really healthy breakfast with lots of eggs and spinach and fruit, and tried to drink a lot of tea because I like hot drinks in the morning. And then I made myself take a nap, which I haven't gotten to do since before this summer, when we stopped quiet times to get Sebastian used to a full day. I set an alarm and I was determined to sleep for that whole hour. So I had to go back to sleep, but I did it. So I'm hoping that that helps, because when you're waking up at 5:30 in the morning, you're not really setting yourself up to fight germs. Because I really can't sleep in that much on weekends. I can stay in bed after waking up, which is something I don't get to do on the weekdays. I don't even get to pee for longer than 5 minutes because, heaven forbid, I'll throw my whole day off. I did that this morning, and we were just rushing this morning because Sebastian was also sick, and I was like, okay, we need to get you tissues. Okay, we need to get you sanitizer and get you extra masks and make sure you have drinks and write a note to your teacher. And, it was crazy, but I made it. And Danny's home. I think he probably has to go out to a show midday and run the sound, which I'm not thrilled about because he just got home. I missed him. He was good about messaging me throughout the trip whenever he went to a new state, because he couldn't figure out tracking himself for me. But that was fine, that was enough. Anyways, moving along. But that's my update. I need to go brush my hair and put it up and get all the medicines and stuff out. And just do that bedtime thing. I don't need to have eyes shut at 11, but generally don't like to go past midnight, even on the weekends, because I feel like it throws off my sleep schedule, and then it'll be difficult, like my insomnia will kick up when I do have to be asleep by 11. I have to be pretty strict about the sleep time. The wake up time is not a big deal. You wake up to an alarm, like the alarm goes off and you wake up. So no matter how tired I am, that alarm goes off at 5:30, my eyes open. There is nothing, no reverse alarm where the alarm goes off and you just go to sleep like that. If there was something like that, that'd be great. No problem. But yeah, so going to sleep is what I have to be really careful about. Waking up, not a problem. Of course, you need to get enough sleep, but yeah. So that's all. I'm rambling. Sorry about the mask dangling, but that'll be going back on when I'm getting him to sleep and brushing his teeth and stuff. So hopefully it's helping. I mean, it's all about viral load. I'm sure I have virus particles in me that I'm fighting now, but it adds up. The viral load adds and adds and adds. And I was trying to tell Sebastian when we were being careful around him, it's like you're playing a fighting video game and it's you against two guys. You're like, I got this. But then all of a sudden 1,000 come over the hill. They crest the hill and you're a goner. It's like that with the germs. They're just trying to keep it down. So yeah, I'm off because I'm rambling again. Good night, stay safe, be kind, and don't forget, seriously, wash your hands.